Adversity will test you, and prosperity will test you. Some of you are saying, I'd like to be tested by this one for a while. Okay. Right, okay. I hear it all through the room right now, okay? But the reality is, when you're going through adverse circumstances, does it test your faith? Absolutely. But I'll also tell you that when you're going through prosperous moments, your faith gets tested in a different way, okay? Do you know that you can be really discontent when you're going through adverse circumstances, but you can be equally discontent when you're prospering? There are a lot of people who have plenty and are still unhappy, okay? See, this is a truth we don't grasp many times. There are a lot of people who have everything that you could imagine that you would want in your life, but if you were able to find and get into their real world, they're not satisfied. They're not at rest in their life because they're missing the very thing that is the most important thing. That's a relationship with God. And Paul says, I've learned something. I have learned that I can be contented when my stomach is full and when my stomach is empty. I've learned to be contented when I have plenty or when I have little, when I'm going through adversity or when I'm going through prosperity. It really doesn't matter what's happening on the outside of me because my contentment is on the inside of me, okay? My contentment is found in my relationship with God. That's exactly what he says here. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. Now I would remind you, where was Paul, I should say, when he wrote this letter? He was in prison, and he writes, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I know what it is to have a full stomach and an empty one, a plenty and little. I don't really care about those things because I have a God who's taking care of me when my stomach is full and a God who's taking care of me when my stomach is empty. I have a God who's with me when I've got plenty, and I have a God who's with me when I've got little. Okay. See, God doesn't leave you. God doesn't leave you when you feel like you have little. And God doesn't leave you when you have much, okay? It's totally independent of the circumstances of your life.